Hi everybody, it's the Christian Kid and I am doing day 10 of the Flirt, the second half of the activities, the need part, where it says, ask the Lord for strong faith to reject the seductive temptations. Um, Sorry, that's my phone, it's been going off a lot. I'm going to be touching on some really touchy situations and topics with this. I figured that this one might need like a video of its own because I can't really explain this in like one like minute. It's not possible because this can branch out into so many different areas. It's like a tree and you gotta fit like all the leaves into one bag all at once. It's not possible. Um, so I'm gonna take a little bit more time today and I'm going to um, you know explain this and go through this, and hopefully nobody will be offended. And if anybody is offended, I'm really, really sorry. Um, I will try to do this as touchy-free possible as I can, but still get the truth across. So, seductive temptations. What do you think about when you hear that? Well, when I hear about that, what I think of is that it's all about the body. Seductive temptations is what the body likes, not necessarily what the spirit likes and should have. Because the body is more apt to respond to pleasure and things that the body finds enjoyable rather than what the spirit finds enjoyable or pleasurable. It's easier to give into these things, and it's easier to fall into these traps. And once you get into them, it's really hard to get out of some of them. And people try to get out of them really hard every day, and it's like being stuck in the hole of a vacuum cleaner, a giant vacuum cleaner that's always wanting to suck you in. And it's hard, and that's why it's good to have pray for God and His strength, because then He can pull you out of that giant vacuum cleaner, and He can help you get rid of them, or get rid of these temptations or thoughts or anything like that. So there's a few things that I'd like to touch on. One of them is that society has this idea of a Barbie doll look, and people think that in order to be popular or sexy, you need to look like a Barbie doll, and you need to have blonde hair, and you need to look like a California girl. Well, I can tell you right now that not all California girls look like Barbie dolls. And there's a lot of girls out there who believe that that's the way they gotta be. And I've struggled with weight issues myself, and I do every day. But I'm just so thankful that I have a guy who keeps reminding me that you're good looking just the way you are. And I have to commend companies like Dove, for example, who have these workshops and stuff where they show young women and young girls that you're beautiful, and they're trying to enforce that, which I think is a really good idea. Because God made us the way that we are, and why would you want to change that? I mean, people make themselves sick. It's like an anorexic and bulimic, I think, and um, just to make themselves look different, and it's dangerous to their body, and they're so hurting inside because they think that they need to be skinnier. And it's a hard subject. People deal with this every day, and I'm sure it's not at all easy. But when you see ads and everything, and billboards and things like that all over the place, in magazines, on TV, everywhere, um, that you have to look a certain way, it's hard to go through life. And that's why you need God's strength to pull you through this. Um, they have sex in videos, like uh like movies you'd see in like the theater. That's the kind of videos I'm looking at, not anything else. But like you go to a movie theater and there's a video, just say there's a video, let's say parental guidance. I know when I was younger, parental guidance was things like the cartoons and computer animated stuff. Now that's just good. Um, but now there's movies that are rated as parental guidance, and they have sex scenes in them. That's like that's that's like promoting it, and there's so many people who are getting, the wrong um, ideas about it, and there's premarital sex going on, and then what about people who? This is a really touchy subject. This is a really, really touchy subject, and I find myself stumbling in my head over words because I don't want to say something that's going to offend somebody, but I don't want to skip around the truth. So, if you see me thinking, that's why. Um, so the premarital sex, there's kids out there who are seeing these videos and these ads and everything, and they think that having sex is okay. Well, it says in the Bible that it's not okay, and it's not. And a lot of us are, in that situation. But I know so many people. Sorry, I know so many people, um, who are like before marriage, and they're having kids, and you know, what about the kids? Some people can take care of the kids, the child, but what about those who can't? What about those who can't? And things like that. Um, no child is a mistake. No child is a mistake at all. Um, it's hard. It's hard on a parent, and it's hard on a child. It's hard on the parent. For one, if they're like 18 them or younger, they school comes to an end, jobs come to an end. Where do they go? Parents can't afford this. They're up and gone, or something, like up and on their own, something like that. Like, where do you go? And the child, it's born into, what, like, how do you deal with this? It's happening all the time in society and all this other stuff, and it's hard to do this. Like, this is such a touchy subject. Oh, and then they have videos online that I'm sure you can get onto, and like, you probably don't even need to have a credit card. And I mean, they make everything so available to everybody. I mean, what's going on with the world today? And then you hear about all these all this child pornography, and all these kids that are being used for this. It's horrible. That's what it is. It's horrible, and it's not something that should be going on, and we need to pray about all of this and other things that I haven't mentioned. This is too touchy to really go into depth without anything. Um, so, I'm actually going to leave it here, but I'll just leave you with what I have said. And, there's so much more that could be said and, done, but I think all we need to do right now is just pray about all this stuff that's going on in the world. And, pray for those young families who are now expecting children, and pray for those children too. Pray for, the children who are being used inappropriately. You know, pray for everything. Pray about everything. Build that relationship with God and ask Him that, when the time comes, that if anything comes your way and tries to tempt you into doing things like this, it's that you don't get into it, that you will find the strength of Him to get through it, and that He will lift you up and hold you high, and that He will help you through it, and He will help you through it. Yeah, it's hard to talk about this because nowadays it's like everything is acceptable, and it's hard to talk about things when people are offended so easily, and still get the truth out there. So if I've offended anybody, I apologize. That's not my intention. My intention was just talk about the truth and talk about this need, and I think it's huge in today's society. I think it's huge. Yeah, I think we need to pray for these people, for these situations. Just pray that God will have His way. Okay, well, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you will come back and join me for the next few Bible studies. The next one is the bully, and then the next one is the traitor, and I think we're done that, and we can go on to the second part of this book. And then we will be done with this book, and we can go on with another one. So I hope that you enjoy this, and I hope that you will learn a lot out of these studies, and I hope that you guys will come back for more. And keep praying, keep your heads up, chins up, looking up. Yeah. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you guys have a really blessed day. See you later. Bye.